Hello, welcome to Cooking with Chef James. Good to see you again. Today we'll be preparing one of my favorite sandwiches from back home. You know, like I stated, I moved from St. Louis to Houston. And being away, you get to missing some of the things you had access to eat every day. And one of those sandwiches for me was what they call a St. Paul sandwich. If you're from the Lou, if you're from home, if you're from St. Louis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get it at the Chinese food shop. It's Chinese food, but it's like a fast food. So St. Louis Chinese food is like no other. It's good. I can't say it's a lot of healthiness to it, but you know Chinese food rice in St. Louis from Chinese food rice from somewhere else. You're not going to get a bunch of peas and carrots. You're going to get rice and meat. And for this in particular sandwich, they use good old-fashioned white bread. They use what we'll be using today. I got some red onions. I got some green onions. I got some chicken breasts that I've already cooked. Some shrimp that I've already cooked. And some pork chop or pork steak that I've already cooked. And I got some black pepper with a little red pepper. I have about a teaspoon of baking powder just to help the leavening agent in my sandwich. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this all going, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to see how good it is. So generally what we're going to do here, we're going to start with a couple of eggs. Hold on. I forgot it is baseball season, right? So my Cardinals, can't forget about the Cardinals. Can't forget about them. And Houston, I like Houston, not only because I'm here, I followed them before I moved here. And I can rock both of them because they're in different divisions now. So they can probably be in the World Series together. Who knows? But, you know. So just a little bit about that. Can't forget about my Cowboys. Cowboy Nation, where you at? Win, lose, or draw? Cowboys fan to the end. So here we go. So I'm going to open a couple of eggs. And what I have here is some large eggs. We're going to get those cracked open. And this amount I make would probably make 3 to 6 sandwiches. So if you got some friends over, this will be more than enough to feed you both. That's my oven going off back there. Got it preheating. I'm going to get those open right up. So once again, it's a St. Paul sandwich. One of my favorites. You can get it anyway. I used to get it a special St. Paul. So you'll have all the ingredients that I just listed here. Or you can get it with just chicken, just beef, just pork, or just shrimp. Whatever way you like it, you'll be able to get it. Nevertheless, you get a great sandwich. And being away from home, I miss this. Just like I miss my kids. So some things you just gotta, instead of go without, you learn how to do it yourself. So we want to beat those eggs up. Get that going here. And it doesn't take a lot of seasoning. You'll get all the flavors from the other foods we have here. And I have my stuff, it's already cooked, so it's about prepping. It cuts down on your time. The shrimp and the chicken and the pork, it only took me about 10 minutes to cook. But you have it, it's rested, because you don't want to add the raw ingredients. You don't want to add the raw ingredients to what we already have here. It's only going to take this about 3 to 5 minutes to cook. And we're going to deep fry it. It's like an omelet on steroids. If you like omelets, that's about as close as I can explain it to you. So here we're going to add the red pepper flakes, about a teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of baking powder. That'll help my patty set up. And for some, in other places, they may call it egg foo young. It's like an egg foo young patty. We're going to do some green onion. And about a quarter cup of red onion. We're going to get that mixed up in there. And like I said, it's almost like making an omelet. Some of you guys may be looking at it like, what the heck? I'm telling you, once you taste it, you'll be in love with it. Or if you ever go to St. Louis, tell one of your friends or one of your cousins, hey, take me to the Chinese food place. And it gotta be one like in the inner city, like not too far out in the counties or anything. One in the inner city, and get you a good old St. Paul sandwich. And you can tell them, hey, Chef James told me a little bit about that. And it is originated from St. Louis too. It's a St. Louis thing. You go somewhere else and be like, can I get a St. Paul? They look at you crazy. Like, ugh. So I don't want to incorporate my meat yet. So upon me getting this in my deep fryer, I'll add me some meat, some of my meat. And you want to have a good ladle. Because what you want to do, you want to get you some of that in there and ladle that in. So what I'm going to do, here real quick, I'm going to just see if our oil is hot. We want to get a good frying temperature of about 350 to 365. Like I told you, this is going to set up nice and quick, no time. So, once again, I'm going to take this over here, and just a nice spoonful, and then fill that up. You're going to add us some chicken, a little shrimp, and a little pork, because I like everything. And if you don't like it, you put what you like in it. So we'll take this over here, and you'll immediately hear that fryer. You want to get that in there, and it'll start setting up. And I'm gonna get this here. Get you a spatula, and as you can see, it starts setting up real quick. Real quick. And the only season we use is a little red pepper flake, a little black pepper. So in the midst of that, doing this thing, getting nice and crispy. And how they normally serve this is on wax paper. You don't get it fancy, it don't come on a plate, it don't come wrapped up. You get a piece of wax paper, parchment, 2 pieces of bread. And if you don't like mayo, you get mayo. And you want to get it on there. That kind of locks the oil in from the fryer. Your bread will get a little oily, and I can't say it's healthy for you, but it is good. So you want to put that mayo on both pieces. Move this out the way just for a minute. Got that all on there. And traditionally it comes with pickle. I got some good sour pickles there, some onion, and tomato. That's what I'm gonna do here. Get my tomato. Once again, I keep a fresh produce bowl. Fresh, washed, clean produce. Never know we're gonna need it. We're gonna cut us a nice piece of that tomato. Go in here, get us some lettuce. Let me turn this over here. You want to be careful, it is hot oil. See? You want to get that in there. I'm going to turn it over. Let that crisp up. Now got some nice iceberg lettuce here. I usually pull off a couple of layers to get down to the good stuff, get away from some of that dirt. I know, bear with me. Some of y'all like mayo, tomatoes, eggs. It's an egg sandwich. It's a St. Paul, I promise you. If you never had it, you'll be trying to make it again and again and again and again. So give me some lettuce here. Let's hit that. You want to rinse that off. We just want to put that lettuce on there. And some people get creative. They put cheese on it and all that. Just give me the give me the tomato, the lettuce, some pickle. Here we go. If you got some nice store-bought in the jar pickles, that works too. Got a little red onion here. Put a little onion on it. And you know, some things you can omit. If you don't like it, don't eat it. I say try it like this first. All of it goes together. So we got that on there. We're gonna get our patty going. And once again, it is fried, so we got it nice and crispy. I'm gonna kind of let it drain a little bit. It's nice and golden. Woo, put that on there. So I'm gonna make a couple of them for you. And you usually pop it off with a tomato. Let me see here, where's I go? I have, okay. We just gonna hit my little tomato, a little bit of salt. Top it with the bread. And how you get it served to you, look at this. Whew. I'm ready to eat it right now. They just wrap it and let all that oil just lock up in there. And that's the St. Paul. So I'm making a couple. I'm gonna make one for myself, one for you, and one for my camera guy. I always feed them. So we're gonna lock that up right there. So if they served it to you to go, you'll get it like this. Let me go back. Closed up, wrapped up, tight. You'll get it in your little bag. Boom, one sandwich down. So here we go. We're gonna go back to our ladle, back to our bowl. Is there anything you don't like? Because I want to take care of you too. Or talking to my cameraman. Shrimp, pork, everything. He said everything, y'all, so we're gonna give him everything. Gonna wash our hands. Woo! Just tasted a little bit of there. And this was 5 eggs. You can get about 3 to 6 sandwiches from 5 large eggs or jumbo eggs. If you use medium, it'll take you a little more. But here we go again. We're gonna add the chicken. Get it right in that ladle. And this also helps prevent burning yourself. Some shrimp, some pork. And you can be creative. If there's other things you want to put in there, go ahead. Don't just do what I do. I like to be a little fancy. Some crab, whatever you want. So we're going to take this over. Once again, we're going to get that ladle in there. It immediately starts setting up. And once it starts doing that, kind of spread your meat. So we're right back at it. Let's move that out the way. Got to remember, wash your hands. I touched a little bit of that egg. Don't want any cross-contamination. So is there a favorite sandwich that you like? If there's a favorite sandwich that you would like for me to prepare my way. Now this is the traditional way. I didn't do no riffs on it or anything like that. I wanted to have it just like it would be at home. But if you have something that you would like Chef James to make, send me a shout out. Contact me, look me up. You can check me out on Instagram, Cooking with Chef James. Shoot me a message. I'll return it. So, once again, we're gonna get our parchment. This one for my cameraman. We're gonna get our bread. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can use like a croissant roll or something like that. But once again, I wanted for it to remind me of home. Some things are better off just left that way. Want to get our mayo on there and get it on there too. It helps that flavor. I know a lot of times you're not into trying new stuff, but give it a chance. You can't never say you like it or don't like it if you don't try it. Okay, get that on there. And I know some of y'all might think, I don't eat the edges of the bread. Once you put that patty on there, you're gonna eat the edges, your fingers, you're gonna eat a little bit of everything. So I'll get that out the way. Once again, we got our lettuce. That's a couple of pieces of that. Got to rinse them off. Shake that excess water off. Get that on there. Lay that down. You're gonna cut us another slice of onion. If you like onion or don't like onion, it's your choice. But this is the traditional way. That onion on there. It doesn't have to be a lot. So, we're gonna cut up our tomato. Some of our pickle. A good old sour pickle too, it just brings some more flavor to it. Get that on there. And usually by the time, if you order this, by the time you get it home, if you ate it at home, your little parchment paper will be nice and greasy. So here we go. Once again, we're going to turn this over. Gotta be careful. Nice hot oil. And the total cook time for a nice crunch, for a nice good crunchiness to this, about 3 to 5 minutes. Once again, it's an egg, but you deep frying it. You want to get that texture to it. You got some onion in there. You have that shrimp. So it's whoo. When you taste this, goodness. So we're gonna move that around a little bit, just a little bit. And it's just about done. Hey, all I'm missing is a Vesh soda, strawberry soda or something, and I'll be right back at home. All right, so we're gonna get this up out. We're gonna shake it. And that oil, that's the good stuff. Today, we're not worrying about the healthy food. That oil is, you can just about deep fry everything, anything, and it's gonna taste good. Just remember to put a little seasoning to it. We're gonna get that over here, right down. Our tomato, our bread, and voila, there we go. Let me get this out the way. Turn our fire off. Let that oil cool down before you try to do anything with it. Let that oil cool down before you try to do anything with it. It get hot. So now this is my sandwich. Well, this is the cameraman sandwich. Here we go. Once again, a St. Paul with Chef, a special St. Paul with Chef James. Just because I was missing home, this is for the St. Louis people out here watching me today. I'm gonna put this one down. It's probably a little hot. Once again, that was for my cameraman. So I'm gonna act like I just got it, open it up, peel it back, take you a good old bite. I tell you, outside of missing my mom and my kids, my family, this was one of them, a St. Paul. From my heart to your home, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Till next time, thank you.